All right, let's dive into something that's totally changing the game for leaders. We're talking about adaptability. And look, it's not just some trendy buzzword anymore. It's become the most critical skill you can have.
Think about it. For what, decades? The whole advantage in leadership was simple, right? It was all about possessing knowledge. The more you knew, the smarter your decisions were supposed to be. Well, that era, it's gone. The advantage has totally flipped. It's not about having the information anymore. It's about how you interpret it. It's moved from just accumulating facts to being able to discern what actually matters. The entire rulebook has been thrown out.
So what's driving this huge change? What's the catalyst here? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's AI. We've slammed the door on the information age, and just like that, we've burst into the AI age. We're talking about a time where entire fields of knowledge can be pulled together in, like, seconds.
Okay, so here's the crucial point. When information and knowledge are everywhere, they're basically a commodity, something else has to become scarce and valuable, right? And that new, incredibly valuable resource, it's judgment. Your ability to make a good call, especially when the pressure is on and the stakes are through the roof.
This drops us right into the middle of some really tough questions leaders are facing. Like, how on earth do you decide what to do when the world is constantly shifting and you only have half the data you need?
And then, what happens when the very rules you used to play by are useless? When reality is literally changing faster than you can make sense of it? This is the world we live in now. And here's the big one. How do you act knowing that your choices will have real, permanent, human consequences for your team, your organization, and everyone they touch?
The answer, the thing that sits right at the center of all this, it's adaptability. That's the skill. It's the one thing that lets a leader not just survive in all this chaos, but actually thrive.
But, here's the problem. So many of us have the wrong idea about what adaptability even is. It's one of the most misunderstood ideas in leadership, and honestly, getting it wrong is pretty dangerous.
And these myths, they're everywhere. We hear adaptability and we think it just means resilience, bouncing back. Or we mix it up with being smart. We assume you just get it from being experienced, or we get all romantic about it and call it some kind of gut instinct.
The source material we're looking at has a really powerful way of putting it. It calls all those ideas a convenient fiction. It's a nice story we tell ourselves, one that kind of lets us off the hook from doing the real work of developing the skill.
So let's be really clear here. Adaptability is not something you're just born with. It's not something that happens by accident. It is a real, tangible capability. And this is the most important part, the really empowering part. Because it's a capability. You can build it. You can train it. It's like a muscle that gets stronger and more refined the more you practice it, deliberately. So here it is, the core definition we should be working with. Adaptability is really about three things. First, being able to update your way of thinking, your mental models as things are happening. Second, having strong convictions, but without being rigid about them. And third, and this is huge, having the courage to act decisively even when you don't have all the answers. And just remember, the world where we need this skill, we're not operating in a world of stability and clarity anymore. We're living with constant volatility, constant ambiguity, and constant disruption.
Now, this next point might sound a little strange at first. In the kind of world we just described, being adaptable, well, it's not what makes you stand out anymore. It isn't a special differentiator.
Because, and this is the big punchline from our source material, adaptability has become the very condition for leadership itself. It's not a nice to have, it's not a competitive edge, it's the price of entry. Without it, you're not just a less effective leader. In today's world, you're not really leading at all. So that leaves us all with a pretty challenging question to think about. If adaptability is the absolute baseline, the non-negotiable requirement for leadership today, what are you actively, deliberately doing to build that muscle? In yourself and in the people you lead.